right, we got a bunch of data mines. That is some information about a new raid. We were expecting that, you know, with the Hellfire Club. It kind of implied we're going to be getting a new raid at some point, but also a new tech team. So we're going to go over that. Big shout out to Boylon for all of these data mines. Now, yesterday's video, we were talking at length about the power rebalance on start. If Franklin Richards is an ally, damage the enemy with the highest damage for 99% health. The damage reduces the max health of the target by the same amount. And so the whole conversation was that this only shows up if you have Franklin, right? This mod won't show up. So there's a lot of them. Like there's a Satana one, there is a Hood one. Well, this is the Franklin Richards one. So they're kind of hidden, and some of them are more powerful than others. This one here is very powerful. Now, it did not have this opening text right here, Franklin Richards, and it created some confusion because we weren't able to understand why this one wasn't showing up. Well, it only shows up if you have Franklin Richards on your team because you're not going to want it. And then also that it's completely dependent on Franklin Richards. So like if your Franklin Richards dies off, it doesn't work. And so this was the key for getting through Danger Room 10. Like for me, I got through it with 1,069 tokens. I started off with Franklin and Doom. Now my Franklin was 3-star, gear tier 20. And my Doom was 105, gear tier 19, purple 3, which a lot of people don't want to upgrade. But more importantly, I used the healer ISO. It feels like you have to run healer ISO on the Fantastic Four because they just don't have a lot of sustain. Now I've heard people using Franklin plus Invisible Woman, Franklin plus the new Richard, Franklin plus Doom, Franklin plus Silver Surfer. I've heard about every possible combination, but it looks like Franklin Richards is the key. So the question then is, does this show up with the rental, and can you beat it with rentals? And I don't know the exact answer, but someone popped in my chat when we were talking about this by the name of Night Warrior. I beat it with 1,600 and the rental, and I don't have Franklin unlocked. And then he also stated down here that he used the arena mod and damage mod and was using Franklin with the new Reed Richards. So this does mean that with enough tokens, enough RNG, enough skill, I think it requires a combination of all three, frankly. And you can get through it with the tokens. I do want to say this, that with bad RNG, you're not going to get through it. With not enough tokens, you're not going to get through it. With poor gameplay, just picking the wrong mods, and so you're not going to get through it. And so it does require a combination of all three. It feels like there absolutely is random, absolutely requires some smart strategic gameplay, absolutely requires having enough tokens. It is what it is, and we're going to move on, and I hope you're able to get through it. Now, data mines, bunches of stuff here. We're going to kind of go over it. The first thing is Antimatter. Now, there's already Antimatter showing up in the game. Right now, we have Intel. Intel is going to be cycling out here. Well, not that long away. Let's see. This is kind of worth talking about too. Intel is going away in 11 days. So you can see right here, I have 395,000. I need to get through it, right? So I've been going through and buying the gear tier 20s, specifically I was looking for bio, but I think I got enough bio, but Blaster's bio. And then also, we're coming into mutants, so I want to do the mutants. I don't really want to do Emma because she's 4 pieces. Madeline Pryor's 2 pieces. Some people are using Madeline Pryor for Professor X Saga, and she's relatively inexpensive. But I'm trying to get through it, and so part of that is purchasing Invisible Woman MCU, Mr. Fantastic MCU, in addition to the gear tier 20 pieces. So what's going to happen is that the 11 days, these are all going to convert to shop currency, and that's not going to be a favorable situation for most players. So my suggestion is run, don't walk, be very deliberate about spending these down, because when the 11 days is up, they're all going to convert to the old shop credits currency, which has low value to most players. Then It's called Intel right now. Going forward for the next chapter for 3 months, we're going to be getting Antimatter. And then something similar will happen at the end of 3 months. Antimatter will convert to shop credits, and then we'll get something else. And I don't know what that's called. But for the next leg of the Nihilist, it's going to be Antimatter. And so the first month, Broken King, month 1, Antimatter Commander, complete daily, weekly, monthly objectives, and the command center to earn 200 blaster shards and Antimatter. Use Antimatter. Is that spelled wrong? Is that a typo? Because I'm sure this is cut right from the game files. In the store to earn valuable rewards, including character shards, gear tier 20, L4 training modules, Old Man Logan diamonds, and more. So that there was a lot of information on that. Now, one of the questions that came up is how are we going to get access to Quasar if you're like coming back to the game? Don't know. There is mention here of in this data mine for Quasar red stars, but we'll get to that. Points, play the Fantastic Four campaign, which is in game right now, gather Antimatter, and then it looks like there's going to be some sort of chess for weeks 1, 2, and 3 for the Broken King, Black Bishop, White King, White Rook, Black King. Play raids with Azazel, Rachel Summers, and Sebastian Shaw. And I believe that's the order that they're going to get released. And then it gives some explanation what that is. And it looks like there's going to be several campaign energy events. We'll have to see how impactful in the total number of points that the campaign energy will be used. Feels like it's mostly been just tiebreakers, and it's still mostly a function of spending, if you will. Earn gold, play Fantastic Four, Drum Award, earn rewards, clear waves in Battle World, play raids with Thunderbolts, play Blitz with Azazel, and earn exclusive rewards. So Battle World will be coming back, and hopefully we will get the next version of Battle World 2.0, which right now the current Battle World is null, and the next version of Battle World, my understanding, is going to be Sentry, and Sentry is going to be the next null, if you will. Points, earn goal, access Quasar, limit to Fantastic Four Drums of War, disrupt blasters attack in Fantastic Four Drums of War. Let's skip through some of this route. The Annihilation wave in Fantastic Four, fine. Clear waves in Battle World, play raids with Thunderbolts, use Azazel in Blitz. And also, sometimes it says not sim. So let's be mindful. We're going to get into another one where it says play manually. But this is also a consideration right here. Sometimes these are simmable, sometimes they are not. Then here is week 2. Spend campaign energy. This is going to show up a couple times here in the data mines. Play Crucible with Immortal. Now, the thing about Crucible is that, and I have to go back and look, but my understanding is that Rachel Summers can be used in Mortals. She'll have the Mortals tag, and that Azazel, which we'll just call him Dark Nightcrawler, Azazel will have the Cursed tag, so that they're going to get use in Crucible. I hope they got that right. I'm sure if I got it wrong, people will correct me 900 times. Then their points. Fantastic Force, fine. Fantastic Four and Fantastic Force. Play Crucible with Immortal X-Men. Hopefully get use with Rachel Summers. We'll see if Cable comes out or Polaris comes out. That's going to be a thing. Live. Fantastic Surge. Earn Fantastic Daily Rewards. Special repeating milestone. Don't miss out on this amazing opportunity to power up your roster every day. Good luck, Commander. And then again, connect Antimatter for the command center, spend campaign energy. Great. Now, this is where some things get interesting. Cosmic Raid 2, which is an event that's not a new raid. This is going to be similar to what we have currently in the game with Alliance milestones and Alliance supply. 9 orbs. This is going to feature fantastic diamond credits and collect all allied supply 9 orbs, special offers, daily free claims, so on, so on, so on. So, Annihilation raid details. So, this is going to be a new raid. And this is where it got interesting. Build teams. Build your raid teams, including the Hellfire Club, to progress through this new raid. Recommended teams: Hellfire Club, Thunderbolts, Vigilante, Night Stalkers, Uncanny Avengers, and what? Upcoming team. Orcus is not mentioned here. So I guess no big surprise that we're going to get a new raid team. I do not know what that's going to be. Put down in the comment section if you have any tech-based teams that you would like see come to Marvel Strike Force. But that is where we're at. There's going to be some sort of new team, Annihilation raids, and we're probably going to get a new tech team sooner than later. All right, let me know what you think in the comment section. Bye for now.